900 points for Evgeny Malkin. And again, as I stated with the Kopitar video, I've just had so much going on with the trade deadline. So, it's fine. Um, Malkin was an interesting story before he came over because the debate was, will Washington draft Ovechkin or Malkin? Ovechkin goes number 1 in the 2004 draft. Malkin goes number 2. And then we can have that debate. Who's been the better player of the two? And it's not as clear cut for me as it is for others. But the weird part is that, so the 04-05 season wiped out. He had been playing for Magnitogorsk in the KHL. And apparently they pressured him into a contract he didn't want to sign. So he signed a contract that he didn't feel like he had signed other than under duress. So he reported to Pittsburgh. But in order for him to get to Pittsburgh, he had to get his passport, which they stole from him and hid from him. And then at the last second, they're like, "Oh, here it is," and literally they let him have it to go over. They hid his passport. People wonder why I'm not a huge fan of the KHL. And it stems from when it was a really atrocious relationship between the NHL and the KHL. So the KHL would take guys all the time that were under NHL contract and then not release guys to the KHL from the KHL. Anyways, and they sued the Pittsburgh Penguins / NHL for taking Malkin, saying he was under contract. Court threw that out. It was just tossed out. 06-07 with all that crap in the background. 78 games, 33 goals, 52 assists, 85 points for Mr. Malkin. And you wonder, like, if he had come over right after the draft, if there hadn't been the lockout which wiped out a season, what might have happened to him? How much could he have ended up getting? In terms of points and goals and all that stuff. So his first year in the NHL, he's Rookie of the Year, and everything's coming up Millhouse for Evgeny Malkin. His second year, plays 82 games, 47 goals, 49 assists, 106 points. Third year, 82 games, 35 goals, 78 assists, 113 points. Pretty good. Pretty good first 3 years. On a team where Sidney Crosby is considered the focal point and everybody loves Sidney. 2009-10 season, he played 67 games, 28 goals, 49 assists, 77 points. 2010-2011, 43 games, 15 goals, 22 assists, 37 points. And this highlights what's kind of hurt his career the most, and that's getting hurt. Injuries. 2011-2012, 75 games, 50 goals, 59 assists, 109 points. The only time he scored 50. And the third time he scored 100 points during the dead puck era. And I can't stress this enough. The point totals that Malkin puts up regularly are kind of insane. 2012-2013, 31 games played, 9 goals, 24 assists, 33 points. Again, lockout shortened season, and he still missed a large portion of it. 13-14, 60 games played, 23 goals, 49 assists, 72 points. Even playing coming out of injuries, he's still more than a point a game. 2014-15, 69 games, 28 goals, 42 assists, 70 points. Again, above point a game. 15-16, 57 games, 27 goals, 31 assists, 58 points. Again. 16-17, so last season, 62 games, 33 goals, 39 assists, 72 points. And this year, 60 games played, 36 goals, 40 assists, 76 points. 766 games all totaled. 364 goals, 549 assists, or 44 assists, 908 points. For a man who doesn't get the respect that I think he would if he played anywhere but Pittsburgh. Playing in the shadow of Sid has benefited him greatly in terms of keeping a lot of pressure off of him, and yet, even though he plays with Sid's this focal point of this team. Look at this. Stanley Cups in 2009, 2016, and 2017, and he was not a passenger. 2009 playoffs, he was the points leader, 24 games, 14 goals, 22 assists, 36 points. 2017, he again led the NHL in playoff points. 25 games, 10 goals, 18 assists, 28 points. His totals in the playoffs in his career, 149 games played, 58 goals, 99 assists, 157 points. Conn Smythe Trophy, 2009, the first year Pittsburgh went to the Stanley Cup with this nucleus, and he's the MVP. Hart Trophy in 2012, Art Ross trophies in 2009 and 2012. Ted Lindsay Award, that's the one that the players vote on. He got that in 2012. First All-Star in the NHL. So when the NHL announces the two best lines of players, so it's number one left winger, number two left winger, 1-2 centers. He was the number one All-Star 2008, 2009, 2012. It's 3 times. There are Hall of Famers who've had less first-team All-Stars than he has. Calder Trophy in 2007, All-Star Game 2008, 2009, 2011, 2012, 2015, 2016, 2017. When I look this up, I'm never quite sure if they're showing me this year's All-Star Games too. So, but, you know, fantastic stats for this guy. And let's take a look at it, because he's on the verge of getting into some milestones. He's 108th all-time in points, 126th all-time in goals, but he's number 14 all-time in points per game at 1.185. Let me repeat. He's 14th all-time in points per game during an era where goals aren't scored. I can't explain to you guys enough that the points this guy puts up are prolific. He is one of the best offensive players I've ever seen. The guy's a machine. He can score a point a game, and to me, I'm still disappointed because I know he has more to give. He is number 2 active in points per game behind Sidney Crosby. So that's ahead of every other star player that you're thinking of right now. He is ahead of him in points per game in his career. He's number 37 all-time in goals per game at 0.475. Again, 37th, including guys like Mike Bossy and Wayne Gretzky and Mario Lemieux, who played in an era where goals were a lot more plentiful. He is the number 9 active scorer in points in the NHL. That 908 has him at number 9 right now on the list. Number 9. World Championships. He got gold in 2012 and 2014. He got silver in 2010 and 2015. The Olympics, bit of a misadventure for the Russians. 4th in 2006, 6th in 2010, 5th in 2014. But he's a 3-time Olympian. And it would have been 4-time if they'd gone this year. And, of course, the number 3 pick the year he was drafted was Cam Barker, which is just sort of one of those curious kind of things. This is a Hall of Fame career. This is a player who, for me, is one of the best players I've ever seen. And I would qualify him as one of the most talented and impressive all-around players of the last 35 years that I've watched hockey. I'd put him top, I don't know, I want to say top 10. That's including Gretzky, Lemieux, Crosby, and others. But the funny thing is, while all of these totals are awesome, there's always somebody who says, yeah, but he's not really that good, even though he clearly is. So when I talk about generational players and I say, yeah, for me, I would say if you're going to throw a tag on a guy, yeah, he's been fantastic. People say, no, you're wrong. Okay. But the numbers, especially your active numbers, and where his totals are compared to guys who played during an era where we had 2 more goals per game than we have now, show that he's fantastic. The points per game, 14th all time. That tells the story. But let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And I'm really glad I got all these magnets done, because this is what I wanted them for. So, kind of awesome that they work and they do this job. So when I'm talking about a player's played for one team, that way I can just put up the logo and I don't have to put down the team name. Kind of fun. But again, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks for watching.